was a plethora of films released in 2018. Some good, some bad, and some just downright problematic. I kind of liked it. I'm so sorry. But this list isn't about 2018 in films. No, it's about the year 2019. More specifically, my top 10 most anticipated films of 2019. Now, a caveat, these films are in no particular order. They're just 10 films that I'm interested in seeing. Okay, let's get started. Avengers Endgame. The conclusion to the fantastic run of Thanos is a big purple man that has a pretty crap plan about killing half the universe for population? I don't know, doesn't seem like a good plan. But what about the bees and the ecosystems and the complex, but it just doesn't really make that much sense. The Marvel Cinematic Universe typically has really good films, and Avengers Infinity War was one of those standouts, honestly. The final payoff and probable return of the characters that turned to dust in the last one, as well as a send-off for the original Avengers, has any fan of the Marvel films excited. Spider-Man Far From Home. Man, Sony had a great year last year with this character, huh? With one of the best films of the year, see my Spider-Verse review, and Venom making money hand over fist for no reason? Spider-Man license is back in a big way, this time with Mysterio and Nick Fury and Aunt May, and the fact that Peter's apartment is back to the one that he had in Civil War for some reason? Seriously? I didn't even realize that the apartments were different until someone pointed it out to me online. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The return of Quentin Tarantino. I really enjoy most Tarantino films, and I love Leonardo DiCaprio, so this film is a no-brainer for me. Set in the backdrop of the city of Los Angeles during the Manson family murders, and centering around an actor and his stuntman trying to find their place in the hectic city. And that's it. That's all that we know so far. It comes out this year, and we know it's directed by Quentin Tarantino, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, what more could you want? Quentin Tarantino is a visionary. And, he has some problems too. Also, Quentin Tarantino films are event films. They're great. Every film lover loves going to see a Quentin Tarantino film. Joker. I really enjoyed Joaquin Phoenix in the film You Were Never Really Here, and just him as an actor in general. This film has no ties to the rest of the DC universe, and I'm very interested to see his take on the clown prince of crime. Can this film work without Batman? Is he going to be a good Joker? Better than Heath? Better than Mark? Who knows? We'll just have to see. Captain Marvel. Marvel's first female-led superhero film is set in the 90s and centers around Carol Danvers, who is, as Kevin Feige puts it, the strongest hero in the MCU. We get to see the Kree Skrull War and how Nick Fury got the space pager he uses at the end of Infinity War. Detective Pikachu. I mean, this movie kind of just looks like dumb fun. Tolkien. I enjoy Tolkien's world building, his love of mythology, his love of languages, and his study on Beowulf, so this biopic that is coming out about his early life and his life leading into World War I and after has me excited. I really hope they don't try to glorify Tolkien and his more problematic viewpoints, but hopefully I'll get to know about this complex giant of the literature world. John Wick Chapter 3. I've said it in conversations with friends, and I'll say it here. I think that John Wick Chapter 2 is the gold standard for sequels, a continuation of the simple yet effective plot of the first film, and the fact that John Wick 2 pays off so much of that seeding that happens in the first film. This franchise is great. I'm cautiously excited for Chapter 3, and the horse riding and shooting a guy is pretty great, huh? Star Wars Episode 9. The conclusion of the new Disney Star Wars trilogy. Will we get to see Rey's parents? God, I hope not. Will we get to see Snoke's origin? God, I hope not. Hopefully J.J. Abrams doesn't erase all of the changes that Rian Johnson made. I like the fact that Rey was a nobody. Not everyone has to be destined for greatness. I like the fact that Snoke didn't matter. Not every bad guy has to have an origin. Hell, not even every bad guy in the Star Wars universe has an origin. Emperor Palpatine. I'm excited for the conclusion of this trilogy, and hopefully the fanboys can stop whining about The Last Jedi for 2 hours to go see this in theaters. Thanks for watching. Remember that I have a Patreon. If you want to donate to that, click the link in the description below. And also, do you guys have an idea for a video? Let me know in the comments below. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be a top 10 films of 2019 list. So number 10 can be all of the Oscar films that I'm catching up on. That's it. That's my top 10. That's my number 10 film. That's kind of cheating, but it's definitely number 10. I'm excited for them. I'll watch them in 2019. I'm not going out to the theater in 2018 to watch them in the super limited run. That's like a theater that's like an hour away. Maybe Bandersnatch. Maybe that's Bandersnatch is #1 film of 2019. choose your own film. Why would you want someone to write your film? Why would you want a professional writer to write your film when you can have the surreal experience of choosing your own adventure film, where you just pick a bunch of choices that don't really matter until you finally get to like 12 divergent endings, all more horrible than the last because this is Black Mirror, and it's just not necessarily a good representation of Black Mirror. Don't watch Bandersnatch, everybody. That's a lesson to learn in 2019. 2019 is the year of not watching Bandersnatch. But seriously, when Black Mirror season whatever comes out, that's going to be pretty great. So that's my #1 pick of 2019. The Black Mirror season whatever, the 4 or 5 episodes that we're going to get that are great, that are better than, they have to be better than Bandersnatch, right? Guys, remember, it's very meta. It's a choose your own adventure within a choose your own adventure within a choose your own adventure. It's got to be good.